Thank you, Pastor Katrina, and good morning to everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sal Senna. My wife, Meg, and I have been members of this wonderful church community for the past 17 years. This morning, I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about music and worship and how it relates to stewardship. So when we hear the word stewardship, most of us tend to automatically think of an M word, money. And financial support of our church is indeed an important part of stewardship. After all, there are always those bills that need to be paid. But a more holistic view of stewardship goes well beyond finances. Stewardship means taking care of something, usually something that we're entrusted with, something that's important to us, something that we care about. As Christians, stewardship is the responsibility that we all have to maintain the gifts that God has bestowed upon us and to use these gifts wisely. When I consider the many gifts that we're blessed with here at Middlebury Congregational Church, one that immediately comes to my mind is another M word, and that's music. Music is an integral part of our church life. Music also plays a key role in fulfilling our church's mission. Part of our mission statement refers to, quote, worship that glorifies God and celebrates the gifts of all God's people. And what better way to glorify God than to celebrate through the gift of music? It's very clear that God had a passion for singing. The Bible contains over 400 references to singing and 50 direct commands to sing. One familiar example to most of us is in Psalm 96. Oh, sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord, all the earth. Tell of his salvation from day to day. A lot has been written about the role of music in worship. An article I found on the website Christianity.com by Bob Coughlin, who's a Christian songwriter, talks about the importance of music in the church and why we should enjoy, as he calls it, singing up on Sunday. Coughlin writes, quote, music helps us to engage emotionally with the words we're singing. By slowing things down and stretching them out, music gives us time to think about the words more carefully, and by repetition, the words and emotions are amplified. Most of us can probably think of a hymn that does this particularly well for us. For me, it's one of my favorites, It is well with my soul. In our church, we are blessed with a strong and vibrant music program. For me personally, joining our choir over 10 years ago has not only given me another avenue to pursue my love of music, but it has also turned out to be a significant step in my faith journey. Singing with such a wonderful and enthusiastic group of people has truly been a satisfying and spiritually fulfilling experience. We're also very fortunate to have two very dedicated and incredibly talented music directors in Donna and Dave Oborowski. During the past 7 months, when we have been unable to sing and worship together in person, Donna and Dave have skillfully provided music in our live-streamed Sunday services with the assistance of some choir members and some of our musically gifted youth members. As Donna writes in this month's issue of our Church Life newsletter, although we are very fortunate to have our virtual worship, it doesn't allow us the experience of group singing, and singing together is one of the ways we can identify with our church and feel a sense of community. I know I speak for the entire choir when I say we're all looking forward to the day when we can all sing together with you again. So when I think of stewardship and why supporting this church is so important to me, music and our music program is always front and center in my heart and in my mind. I hope it's important to you too. Thank you for listening.